Philippine Stock Market Weekly Update. And this one is for February 9 to 13. And ang theme natin last week is structural shift from raw export to value pricing. Parang ganito yung theme nung nakaraan. Anyways, if you want exclusive investing related contents in the Philippine stock market, check the pinned comment. If you want some daily insights, check my Facebook page. So last week, nagkaroon daw tayo ng healthy correction na sabi na iba, nauntog daw mga technical analysis. Sabi nila key resistance daw yung 6.4 tsaka 6.5. So nag-retreat pa, nauntog talaga yan. So after a short-lived rally earlier in the week fueled by dividend fever, the market entered a consolidation phase. So nantay nila yung policy meeting, no? Tatas ba or i-hold nila yung interest rate na I think baka ibaba ulit nila yan, no? Para karoon lang ng optimism sa stock market natin, ganyan. Para may magandang balita naman sa sa Philippine economy, and then on the succeeding interest rate baka i-hold nila ng i-hold, and then magkakat ulit sila towards the end of the year, di ba? The focus has shifted from short-term GDP concerns to long-term structural plays. Specifically yung critical minerals issue. Pustahan, di mangyayari yan, no? So, macro indicators, inflation natin still around 2%. I believe nasa 2 to 3% yung target ng ating gobyerno. This will provide the BSP space to further rate cuts. So, pag nag-rate cut sila, goods yan sa mga dividend stock na may matataas na yield. Good sa maybe sa property sector. Sa rate, syempre, okay din yan. So, unemployment rate remains steady, 4.4. Though underemployment hit a record low, 8%. Suggesting tightening labor market in the service and industrial sector. Ito yung mas kailangang bantayan, yung unemployment na to. Biglang pumitik yan Ito yung mas concern natin sa stock market, no? Kasi dyan yung mga bumibili ng products and services ng Philippine companies, bigla silang magtipid. Tapos na sila sa buying power, ganon. So the peso strengthened 58, that's good. Benefiting from improved NPL ratios in the banking sector. So basically, last week nag-retreat na naman ang PSEI from 7% nasa 5.4. Still outperforming the US market. It seems they're on the red recently. Hirap silang makyat. Ganap muna sila ng optimism, no? Some good news para may reason ulit na pitikin yung nilang overvalued na market. And as you can see, madami ngayon nagro-rotate sa international, emerging, and Southeast Asia. Siguro, baka nakikita nila nandyan yung opportunity. Di ba? Baka mas undervalued dyan kaysa magtyaga sila dyan sa US. Total world is saktuan lang. Okay. And my personal dividend retirement portfolio. So, nag-retreat din siya from last week, I think. Pero I'm outperforming PSEI in the US market and the total world. Pero itong portfolio kasi sa dividend portfolio, so mataas yung yield ko. Kapag pinactor in ko yon, I think patalunin ko rin si rito. PXUS tsaka ASEA and maybe even EEM. Malalaman natin yan towards the end of the year. So, we have the blue chips and large cap. Anong nangyari? Globe. Preferred shares. So, may mamahiling sa preferred shares. 6% plus yung offer nila. Bad news for mga normal na dividend investor. So I think there's still no chance na ano, maiangat tong ano, eto tong 25 na to. Kasi active pa rin sila mag-raise ng capital through debt and preferred shares. We have the BPI. Stock purchase plan. Wala nga eh. Kung kailan sila overvalued sa stock purchase plan. Di ba? So, BDO, syempre, stock option plan eh. Mahilig siyang bago na yan eh. Mahilig siyang i-reward yung kanyang executive ng mga stock option. Which means, yan eh, paunti-unting share dilution, blah blah blah. And yan eh, pag yung isang company, laging nag-stock option, normally hindi sila naging generous na sa nilang pamimigay ng normal dividend. At least yun yung observation ko, no? Never pa ako nakita ng aggressive na mag-stock option and at the same time, aggressive na mamigay ng cash dividend. We have SMPH. Possible for the upcoming BSP? Wala eh. Makaangat-angat to eh. So, property sector, nag-rate cut. Baka sila yung pitikin. Pero, ba't hindi yung ibang property stock? Diba? So, Ayala Corporation, nagrarally pa rin. Baka mura daw yan. Kaya, mga bumibili. We have Ali. Focus on transport hub to drive residential demand. Takal pa yan, kung mag-materialize man yan. ICT, International Corporations will need to provide a buffer. Gusto na kaya ICT na to? Nag-all time high pa rin kaya to. So, pero all time high pa rin, Still higher compared to the previous month. So, you have FB. Declare to ng dividend recently. Flat. I'm disappointed. Nagtas sila eh. We have TEL. So, wala sa mga to, hindi pa nagre-report ng except by BPI. Globe pala nag-report na ata. Okay. The rest, hindi pa. Or hindi pa nagsubmit na nilang press release. So, si TEL, holding steady as a core yield play for long term. Blah, blah, blah. So, kumusta yung mga telco ngayon? Like TEL. Di ba? So, yung mga interest rate cut, mga utilities, nagbe-benefit din sila dyan. Kasi considered as, defensive din yung binibigay nila na dividend. So, malas sila mangutang. Therefore, potentially, less financing cost and expenses in the future. Baka tasan nila nilang, dividend. We have RCR. So, ito yung parang last year pa to di ba? So you have mid cap and small cap, nickel, USP, wala to. So kaya pinipitik si nickel. Kasi siguro madami nag-expect na maganda yung kanyang fourth quarter. Nako yun din yung expectation ko, So pag maganda fourth quarter neto, nagtuloy into the first quarter, I think baka potentially undervalued pa yan. Okay? We have Mark, cash dividend, pero lang yan eh. May lang sila pag gusto nila. BHI, kalokohan eh. VLC, ito yung VMC, wala to. Nung nakaraan pa to na news, you have SEB, fleet expansion and improved tourist arrival. May kita to ang dividend eh. Pinag-iisipan niya eh. Pero, I doubt eh. Get pa balance sheet nito. And yung tourist arrival, I doubt eh. Sino tourist? Alam ko, galit pa rin ang China sa Pilipinas. So, I doubt na pupunta sila rito. So, FCG, nag-report. Actually, nauston ko yung niya, So, despite, I think, nagtitipid yung mga tao, nako pa rin siya. Ayan, So, revenues are increasing, profitability. So, all in all, medyo may bigat pa rin yung Angel's Pizza nila. Okay? Pero yung stock price nito, lagapak. Yung malupit doon. So, Alternergy, gaining traction as the USPH, emphasize, wala yung mga PHUS na mga MO, wala yung sa mga MOU. Tapos US yung kano mo. So nag-report din to recently. So bagsak. Okay. Kasi nasa ano to eh. Nasa building stage ang kanyang mga asset. So it's definitely dami yan nire-report na expenses. So Emirate portfolio rebalancing, changes in beneficial ownerships, adjusting fund repositioning. Ang tanong, tatas kaya sila ng dividend nila this year? Diba? Kasi nag-infuse sila last year eh. And of course, siya yung blue chip rate ngayon na may mataas na yield kasi siya yung napag-iwanan in terms of price action. Yan. So, hindi siya sikat ngayon. So, you have APX. Papahinga ngayon yung mga gold stock. Namatyakan nila yung gold price kung pipitik pa ba yun or hindi. Diba? So, PIRA-IT. Governance update. Significant change in the board of directors, officers has triggered. Wala yan, no? Bukod dyan, issue nila yung kanilang isang asset. Diba? Pinatigil yung isa nilang asset eh. PIRA-IT, ilan lang yung asset niyan eh. So, kung tumigil yung isa niyang asset, siya kukuha ng kanyang distributable income in the coming quarters. Global and regional market pulse. You have the US wars narrative. Blah blah blah. Kung anong news na lang yung yung inugot nila para justify yung kanilang stock market doon. Maski yung simple nomination ng mga ganyang Fed chair, blah blah blah. Yung kailangan mong tutukan yung interest rate kung tataas o bababa para ma-justify mo na pitikin ba yung stock market. Ganong level na yung yung tawag nito, yung pagiging cautious diyan sa US eh. I mean, ganun talaga yung mangyayari kapag overvalued yung market mo. You need to have all the good news na pwede mong hugutin dyan para ma-justify siya. Tanong yung makakapasok pa lang, yun yung mahirap doon. Makakatalon pa lang sa US market. Kasi US market niya, minarket yan on previous years. Pwede namang hindi lang sa Pilipinas, pwede rin mag-invest kayo sa US. Andun yung mga tech stock, AI stock eh. So the Critical Mineral Alliance, the Philippines is now part of an 11-nation alliance aimed at diversifying mineral supply chain. Magiging daw siya, becoming an industrial processing hub for, takal pa yan. So next week, BSP 5 bot. Okay, 25 basis cut, possible. Kapag ginawa nila yon, expect a sharp rally in property and banking stocks. Property, possible, pero banking stocks, medyo skeptical ako sa banking stocks this year, no? We'll see sa nilang first quarter kung nag-grow pa rin sila more than mid-single digit. We have the resistance 6.4. Parang last week 6.4 the resistance din yung tinitingnan. So this week or upcoming week, ganoon ulit 6.4. Siguro pag nag-rate cut, baka nga diyan siya mag-rally talaga, no? Then you have the MSCI rebalancing. Anticipation for the March implementation will likely cause increased volatility. Blah blah blah. So baka yung sa may di ba papasok nila yung Maynilad, baka ganoon din gawin sa Maynilad, no? Ano nangyari sa RCR? May mga nakaabang na magbebenta ganon. Okay. And I think ayun lang, so all in all, not a good week for PSEI. Di siya makangat-angat, no? Wala pa siyang mahugot na ano daw good news, ganon. Possible good news in the coming weeks is yun nga yung interest rate cut and yung may re-report ng mga companies, especially ICT, SM, yung dalawang SM, SMPH, SM, BDO, MBT, yung mga malalaking constituent ng PSEI. Ayala Corporation, Ali, ganyan. So kung maganda yung may re-report nila, possible din, no? Karoon ng optimism dito. Okay. And that's my stock market weekly update for last week.